Now on WRDE Coast TV.
Donald Trump sitting in court today, how the civil fraud lawsuit against the former president could have widespread implications for his businesses.
Driving in Dewey Beach, why a recent accident is sparking more conversation about road safety.
Blue skies are going to accompany another round of wind concerns along the coast. I'll pinpoint the active advisories that are still in effect this hour.
People signing up to donate blood, why a new community is able to join in on donating.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 5 starts right now.
Former President Donald Trump speaking before entering a New York courtroom today. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with that civil lawsuit against former President Donald Trump.
Former President Trump is in New York. He was there this morning, making that appearance in court for the start of a civil trial against him. NBC senior national correspondent Jay Gray shows us how the case, brought by the state's attorney general, accuses Trump, his adult sons, and the company of fraud by overinflating the values of their properties over the years.
Hey there, good evening. Former President Donald Trump, the current frontrunner for the 2024 GOP nomination, left the campaign trail straight for this courthouse in Lower Manhattan. And as day one of the civil fraud trial began, New York's district attorney laid out her reason for filing charges against Mr. Trump, his sons, and their businesses, while the former president lashed out at the DA and the entire process.
No matter how powerful you are, no matter how much money you think you may have, no one is above the law. And it is my responsibility and my duty and my job to enforce it.
We have a racist attorney general who's a horror show, who ran on the basis that she was going to get Trump before she even knew anything about me.
He has also accused the judge in this case of being a, quote, Trump hater, calling him, quoting again here, unfair and unjust after a ruling last week that Mr. Trump and the other defendants persistently and repeatedly overinflated the value of assets in an effort to secure better corporate loan and insurance rates. Mr. Trump continues to say that he is innocent and that the trial is part of an ongoing politically motivated witch hunt. The district attorney seeking a $250 million fine and to block Mr. Trump, his sons, and associates from doing any future business in New York. Again, this day one of a trial that's expected to last at least 3 months. The former president, his sons, are part of the witness list. Now, that doesn't mean they'll take the stand, though Mr. Trump has said repeatedly he is anxious to speak with the judge in this case from the witness stand. That's the latest from here in New York. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
On Thursday, September 26th, Judge Arthur Engoron found that former President Trump and his company deceived banks, insurers, and others by massively overvaluing his assets, along with falsifying his net worth on paperwork used in making deals and securing financing.
The Supreme Court is declining to take up a case that argues former President Trump is ineligible to run again. The case was filed by a little-known Republican presidential candidate named John Anthony Castro. Castro points to the 14th Amendment, which he argues should disqualify Trump from serving in office because of January 6th. That holds that it bans office holders from future elections if they aid or engage in an insurrection. The Supreme Court is shutting down that argument without comment or a recorded vote.
Pedestrian safety top of mind in Dewey Beach after a man was hit while crossing the street during the Golden Jubilee. That's a celebration for golden retrievers. Coast TV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us some ways the town is trying to make things safer and how the victim is doing today.
Phil Winkler lives in Dewey Beach. Winkler is very worried about pedestrian safety in town.
I almost got hit just at the end of Reed a couple weeks ago, and I had the crossing thing and the light, and a guy came out and turned left and just about ran me down.
On Saturday, September 30th, a Dover man who was identified through a GoFundMe page as Jonathan Fitzwater was hit while in the crosswalk on Rodney Ave. The GoFundMe page says Fitzwater has a long road to recovery, but he is off the breathing tube. Dewey Beach police say the driver failed to stop at the crosswalk. You can see his windshield and mirror broken in this photo. Winkler witnessed the accident. and it made him even more frustrated with what he says is drivers often not following traffic laws in town.
Because it's dangerous to everybody. I'll have the light and somebody will just go right through it. And you go, how about if somebody's walking there not paying attention?
Dewey Beach police are not sure yet if charges will be filed, but this tragic case is a reminder for everyone.
We do ask the pedestrians, yes, the crosswalks are a wonderful tool, but they must also remain vigilant when using these crosswalks and be aware of vehicles that are not paying attention to the laws and the rules of the road.
If you are looking to cross Coastal Highway in Dewey Beach, all pedestrians must press this button, which then will light up this sign signaling to drivers that they must stop for someone in the crosswalk. Now, even though that light tells drivers that they need to stop, not everyone actually listens to that light, so you must look both ways before you cross the street to make sure there is no oncoming traffic. In Dewey Beach, I'm Lisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Now, Dewey Beach has put in a number of measures in place to protect pedestrians. Those include those flashing crosswalk lights, and the speed limit was lowered to 25 miles per hour throughout town.
We're trying to come up with whatever we can, and can we do more? And we're trying to come up with some more ideas, and we're open for suggestions.
Fencing was also installed in the medians to try and stop jaywalking.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now. This is our Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk Plaza camera, and we're going to check in. Look at this gorgeous day out there, by the way. We're going to check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, who joins us now. Paul?
Now, you'll notice that gorgeous skyline. In fact, we'll take a look at the Rehoboth thing again real quick. Here you go. So you'll notice that the skyline is beautiful, but we still have these waves that are coming through right now. We have the folks that are starting to gather ever so slightly because we're looking at that wind still causing some rough seas. Still, although it's better than what it has been, we still have this. A small craft advisory that has now been updated to stay in effect throughout tonight and going into Tuesday morning. That's the newness of this information that I'm passing along to you. Not only there, but this particular one has been updated to now go all the way to Tuesday evening, okay? Initially, they were expected to expire for tonight. Now it's been expected for them to be extended going into tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. By the way, we do have a coastal flood statement that's active for Dorchester. But overall, the winds are not looking impressive when you look at the numbers, but those waves can catch you in a bad way if you're being careless or not aware of what's going on around you. Coming up, we're going to be talking more about the active advisories and when we will finally be off the hook for this stuff. But for right now, back to you, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. It's been nearly 2 months since devastating wildfires ripped through Lahaina, Hawaii, killing nearly 100 people. Hundreds of people left their homes to escape the flames, and now some of them are going to return home for the first time since those fires broke out. Authorities announced on Sunday, October 1st, they will reopen 3 zones in Lahaina. The government will allow people back into the area. That starts today.
For the first time in decades, today people of all sexual orientations are able to donate blood. Since the FDA announced there would no longer be limitations to who could donate blood because of their sexual orientation, the Blood Bank of Delmarva has been preparing with new questionnaires and training staff to accept new donors. People like John Kelly are eager to be able to give back to the community.
Having given blood many times before 1983, it was upsetting not to be able to do so. And I just think this is awesome, and the word has to get out so that a lot of people who were not able to donate blood are now aware that they can.
The Blood Bank of Delmarva and Camp Rehoboth will be holding a blood drive on November 11th.
The bridge you see here in Milford will be closed from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. That started today. According to the Milford Police Department, the bridge on North Washington Street between Park Avenue and Front Street will be closed until Friday, October 6th. The department says it's to use North Walnut Street as an alternative route until it opens back up.
Planned system-wide power outages will take place in Lewis this week, so if you live there, listen up. According to the city, power outages are going to take place Thursday, October 5th from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. The city says the outages are needed to relocate Delmarva power transmission lines on Savannah Road. That's due to the DelDOT Old Orchard realignment project.
As of Sunday, October 1st, Beat the Peak home indicators from the Delaware Electric Cooperative will no longer operate. According to the energy company, the expensive technology required for them to work has caused the program to be discontinued. The company encourages co-op members to download the new Beat the Peak app to receive peak alerts, which will then come as notifications. The app also includes tips to save energy and money and shows how much money has been saved through the Beat the Peak program since it began in 2008. In the meantime, those with the old meters can recycle them at DSWA Electronic Recycling Center.
Students who are looking for some extra help, Sussex Central has started its tutoring program for the school year. After-school tutoring for Sussex Central High School students began today, with dates for tutoring scheduled every Monday and Wednesday until 4 p.m. Bus drop-off locations after tutoring also include the Millsboro Dairy Queen, the Georgetown Circle, and the Long Neck Giant.
The Lewis Volunteer Fire Department is in need of help. The station says they're struggling to recruit volunteers. One firefighter explains how the cost of housing in Lewis is a major contributor to the staffing issue.
You know, your average volunteer firefighter can't afford to live in those types of houses, so we tend to be further out away from downtown, and where the houses are a little more affordable. But the further out you go, the longer it takes to get to the firehouse to respond to alarms.
And commuting to the station when a call comes in puts even more stress on those volunteers. Finding a way to allow volunteers to qualify for affordable housing in Lewis, that could help solve the staffing issue. The department worries about the future of response times if this problem isn't solved soon. And this does bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know if you think or what you think will incentivize people to become volunteer firefighters. Let's take a look at the results here.
One thing we do want to note for our viewers, right now volunteer firefighters in Delaware do get $400 a year off as a tax credit. There is a small pension, about $350 a year if you volunteered for 20 years after you're 65. Those are two things that already exist. Incentives on there would be volunteer fire tags for the surf beach. That's what people also get. However, new ideas though, college credits and only paid firefighters, those are seeming to be some big getters here on our poll.
And bigger pension also seems to be up towards the top of the options, although the only paid firefighters is the number one by far. You can still vote on this. Go to WRDE.com or use our Coast TV mobile app, and we're going to show you updated results on Coast TV News at 6.
Taking your pet to the beach. There are some rules you need to follow in the off-season.
And here's a look at our future wind gusts. Looks like they're going to pick up momentum in some places. We'll talk more about the updated numbers and where we have those advisors that are active in our area.
I'm still smiling at the pet faces. But first, Simone Biles landing a historic vault, the unreal difficulty score of this trick. That's up next.
Some people believe that buying a car is the best option. But remember, when you buy a car, you're also buying the depreciation risks. There's a lot of misconceptions when leasing a car, but here are some advantages. Lower payments, no long-term maintenance costs, and if you do get into an accident, you don't own the car history. A real car expert will make sure you're protected from debt you don't need.
For more information from the experts at Buchanan Subaru, go to delmarvaexperts.com.
Fall in love with Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
The Brush Factory is the area's premier destination for the unique and unusual for home, garden, and you. Come support our 60-plus local merchants and artists.
Indulge in the flavors of the season. Fresh seafood, local produce, and aged prime Angus beef. Harvest-Tide Restaurant, over the bridge in Lewis.
Cape May Lewis Ferry is sailing daily year-round and is ready to welcome you aboard. Gift cards and departure schedules available online at cmlf.com.
Lots to do and see
in Lewis.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
Fall in love with Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
Be wowed by Puzzles and Lewis Gourmet, 30 years serving Lewis. Inspire your brain with jigsaws and more. Eat extraordinary with local and global specialty foods.
Autumn is in bloom here at Floral Inspirations. Come in for a cornucopia of flowers, plants, or gifts from around the world.
Or just come in for the smell of it.
Visit Conversation Piece Jewelers to choose or create the perfect jewelry gift for that special someone this holiday season. Shop local.
Lots to do and see
in Lewis.
Simone Biles is making history once again at an international competition. The 19-time world champion leapt back onto the world stage at the 2023 World Artistic Gymnastic Championships this weekend, becoming the first woman to land this extremely difficult Yurchenko double pike vault. That skill carried a difficulty of 6.4 points, and to put that in perspective, the hardest vault at last year's World Championships had a 5.6 difficulty score, according to NBC Sports. After landing the vault, this skill, get this, is now going to be known internationally as the Biles 2.
I don't know how she held on to that landing. Incredible. Millions of phones across the country will sound an alarm this Wednesday. Don't be worried. It's all part of a national test of the wireless emergency alerts and the emergency alert system. According to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, these tests are expected to take place around 2:20 p.m. FEMA says cell phones on and within range of an active cell tower for all major wireless providers should receive that test alert. As long as phones are on, even on vibrate, an alarm should still sound when the alert is received.
The Wicomico County Health Department needs your input on drug and alcohol abuse services in the area. The department is asking for community input on making what's called harm reduction services more accessible and usable in Wicomico County. Here are some examples of harm reduction services. Some would be connecting individuals to overdose education, reducing infectious disease transmission by providing clean needles to those who inject drugs. Another one is offering overdose reversal medications like Narcan. Now, a meeting on Wicomico County's approach to all this happening Wednesday, October 4th at 2:30 p.m.
Wind advisories are still active along the shore. More on that and your full forecast in a moment.
Fall in love with Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
Biblion and the Vintage Underground, your analog respites in a digital world. Books, vinyl, vintage clothing, and more. Open daily.
Eclectic style, estate jewelry, furniture, art. A curated collection to inspire.
Beautiful Nassau Valley Vineyards, the perfect place for tours, tastings, and impeccable events. Award-winning Delaware wines for 29 years.
Lots to do and see.
In Lewis.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood. The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the George H.P. Smith Park at DuPont and Johnson Avenues in Lewis every Saturday from 8 to noon.
Fall in love with Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
R&L Liquors, your beach destination. Bourbon, spirits, fine wine, seasonal brews, and award-winning on-the-rocks bottled ready-to-drink cocktails are here.
Blooming Boutique with women's clothing for all sizes and shapes. Your destination for resort wear, available year-round and the perfect gift for any occasion.
On-site coffee roasting and baking, Notting Hill Coffee Roastery Lewis Bake Shop offers espresso, sandwiches, smoothies, pastry, and an abundance of fresh coffee.
Lots to do and see.
In Lewis.
Nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to start again. Ow.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Thinking about upgrading your bath or shower? Fast Buy Spicer Brothers is making it easy with a limited time offer.
Right now, receive $1,000 off your new shower or bath. Save 50% off installation, plus 0% financing with no payments until 2025.
Choose your favorite style and color, and it can be installed in as little as 1 day.
Have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty and factory certified 5-star installation guaranteed.
So before you sign, keep Bath by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
First of all, we're thankful, Mother Nature, just in case you're listening, we're thankful that you've given us a beautiful skyline for today. However, it's a little bit interesting that we still have to deal with some bothersome winds that have prompted the latest advisories. I'm going to update you in just a moment because they've just been updated, actually within the last hour. In Ocean City, courtesy of our Hershey's exterior camera, we're looking pretty calm right now with beautiful blue skies. But here's our deal for this week. First of all, we are going to stay a bit on the breezy side because we have active small craft advisories. Now, that's actually been extended going into tomorrow. We will have a streak of sunny weather. Bright and milder days are ahead, but we're going to get lulled into a false sense of security this week going into next week, because next week there'll be a sudden temperature drop that will follow the return of some rain showers a couple of days in a row. So whenever it rains 2 days in a row, then I need you to watch out and say, oh, here comes the cold. Well, at least the uncomfortable chill in the air. We have a current small craft advisory that now has been extended to Tuesday morning, 6 o'clock from Rehoboth Beach down towards Ocean View along Coastal Highway. Now that also includes places like Ocean City, Ocean Pines, Golf Club Shores, and the one to the south here, that actually goes all the way until Tuesday evening, until 8 o'clock. And when we're talking about this, we're talking about 25 mile per hour winds that could still cause the waves to cap pretty quickly and suddenly, and it could be a little dangerous. Now, what's happening here is we have a trough and a high pressure system that are a little bit connected to each other. High pressure with the clockwise rotation will bring in a flow of air that's coming out of the north. Now, you kind of dig into this thing. That flow of air is going to stay pretty consistent. Those are too big. Those arrows are too big. Let's make them smaller. Yeah, like this. Okay, so that'll create that steady flow, which will help to, continue to enhance that opportunity for the winds to stay a little bit active with the placement of that high pressure system. Nonetheless, we're expecting a good deal of sunshine, clear skies for your power walk forecast, and we stay with the sunshine for tomorrow, and look at where we end up, near the 80-degree mark, which is a good thing. But future wind gusts, coming for Wednesday, we're looking at 16, 15 mile per hour wind gusts, not too bad. And then Saturday, the winds will change direction dramatically, but it's not until we get to next Monday that we're concerned with another big problem with the winds. Now, our evening checklist for tonight, long sleeves, that's pretty much it, and a warm beverage just because you want it. It's going to become a little bit on the cool side. Here's a look at your futurecast. Sunshine early in the morning, and then for the afternoon, near 80 for Tuesday. Wednesday, we're looking at it staying very sunny for us. And our sneezecast, well, we're still looking at weeds being a bit of a problem for us. For tonight, 55, clearing skies and cooling off. Mostly sunny for tomorrow with a bright start to the day. Then on Wednesday, actually feeling warm again before we have that change in things. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Now, here are those 2 days of rain I mentioned. Then notice by Monday morning, we're down to 47 degrees.
Thank you, Paul. The holiday season will be here before we know it. That means the return of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign. Through generous donations from businesses and individuals, we do our best to make sure every child has a present to open Christmas morning. We do that by supporting nonprofits that handpick families in need. Applications for nonprofits like that are now open. They're due October 31st. We'll be right back.
Did you know that painting your cabinets actually lowers your home value? Brian, what are my options?
Refacing your cabinets. It's faster and less expensive than a tear out and completely restyles your kitchen. You get all new doors, drawer fronts, and new hardware. This is the last chance of the year to get half off installation and no payments, no interest for 12 months.
Call today and Paul Davis can be out to your home as soon as tomorrow for down to the penny pricing on your kitchen.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. We are the difference makers. Weather is brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling, the difference makers.
It is important to have a supportive employer in your corner, a company that offers on-site health care to save you time and money. That's right, access to a doctor's office while at work at no cost to you, work schedules to fit your lifestyle, matched 401k to prepare you for retirement, paid vacation, and more. A company that you can count on and grow with, a company that you can have a career with, an employer like Amick Farms. Visit countonamick.com to apply today.
Hershey Exteriors brings the future of roofing to Delmarva. Introducing GAF Timberline Solar Shingles, where the solar technology is inside the shingle. No more bulky solar panels, just a sleek, elegant solar roofing system that generates clean energy. And it comes with a 50 and 25-year warranty that covers the roof and solar components. Plus, we offer 0% financing for 12 months or low monthly payments. Get the future of roofing with me, Tyler Hershey, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Psycho in my head, I'm closer to the edge, making me feel like I'm living in misery. Answer the call, even
93.5 The Beach.
Visitar a tu médico es el primer paso para mantenerte saludable y prevenir enfermedades.
Su médico conoce su historial médico y puede brindarles las atenciones personalizadas para ustedes.
Los chequeos regulares ayudan a detectar los problemas de salud a tiempo y evitar a que se agraven.
No espere hasta que esté enfermo para ver a su médico.
Haga de su salud una prioridad. Para obtener ayuda para encontrar un médico de atención primaria, llame hoy mismo a Community Behavioral Health.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on CoastTV.
As we head into the off-season, pet owners are reminded by the town of Ocean City about the rules on the beach and on the boardwalk. Pets are allowed on the beach and boardwalk now until Thursday, April 30th, but pets must be kept on a leash at all times and waste must be removed from public and private properties.
Speaking of dogs, October is National Pet Wellness Month, a reminder to take steps to ensure your furry friend is healthy and well so they can live a long and happy life. Here are some tips to do that. Schedule their annual or biannual checkup. Talk to your vet about any breed-specific health issues to look out for, and be sure they're up to date on their vaccinations and medications. And if you do not have a pet, there is no better time than National Pet Wellness Month to volunteer or support animal welfare organizations. We'll be right back.
Transitioning your loved one home after a hospital or rehab stay can be overwhelming. Insurance will only pay for a limited time in a rehab facility. You might need transportation to appointments, coordination of medical equipment, and help keeping your loved one on track with home exercises. In-home care is the answer to coordinating everything. For healing faster in the home, Home Care Services offers compassionate, quality in-home, short, or long-term care when you need it most.
To learn more about Home Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
There's a joy that comes with building your new home on your lot, walking through your design, noticing the little things you visualized come to life, the progress, the completion, and the move-in to your new home. At Berica, we specialize in building strong, energy-efficient homes, custom built in our factory and finished on your lot, wherever that may be. Tour our model homes and factory at our main office in Greenwood. We're happy to help you begin your journey in building your new Berica. Start online today at bericahomes.com.
We'll do the whole carpet in the whole house for $5.
Wait.
You didn't even know how to do this. I thought you did.
We are family owned and operated, but I don't think either of you are ready to install yet. At Matt the Carpet Guy, we have the best vinyl plank and carpet in stock, bringing our showroom to you so you can feel confident in the carpet you choose. Matt the Carpet Guy, flooring done right.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
Get wild on your beach vacation with Barn Hill Preserve. Experience up-close and hands-on encounters with over 35 species. Hop around with kangaroos, hang out with sloths, and even swim with otters. Explore our not-so-typical petting zoo with many unique animal ambassadors. With our ongoing special events, there's always something new to do at Barn Hill Preserve, from a relaxing kangaroo yoga session to a playful breakfast at Munchin' with Monkeys and more. Barn Hill Preserve, the world of animals, is waiting for you.
Take a look at your exclusive Coast TV 10-day forecast. Listen, sunshine and 78 on Tuesday, 80 on Wednesday, 77 on Thursday. Then the rain steps into the picture. 30% chance of rain on Friday, 60% chance of rain on Saturday. Okay, now watch this. Watch me. Watch. Okay, look. We drop down to 47 on Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Wednesday morning. So don't let it catch you by surprise.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, for more of our local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And of course, we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.